Hello, I'm India, and I want to talk to you about epilation. So epilation is the process of removing hair from fast-moving tweezers that just pluck, 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 pluck individual hairs out. It's very interesting, and I recently purchased my first epilator, and I have lots of pros and cons for you, so you can decide if epilation is a viable option for you instead of maybe shaving, waxing, or laser removal, or any of the other slew of strange techniques for torture. So the pros for epilation that I've discovered is that I had been shaving before, and so I have noticed a huge reduction in the speed of growth of my hair. Also, kind of the texture, instead of, here, let me demonstrate for you. Okay, so, when you shave, I'm going to draw this, your hair, as it looks like this when it grows out of the skin. There's a little follicle, yeah, and then you cut it off right there. So it looks like this as it grows out. See? That's when you shave, and it has a very blunt end because you cut it off flat against the skin right there. But you epilate, and as it grows out, it's like that because it has the chance to start very fine and grow naturally. It's very interesting. So the actual texture of the hair is fine at the tip, so when I caress my leg gently, it doesn't feel like prickles when it starts growing back out. It feels like just the presence of hair, but it's very soft and fine and not, itchy or painful or irritating. So that's definitely been a pro in favor of epilating. It's also much more painful, so that's a little bit of a con. You do have to get accustomed to it. The first time you do it, you're gonna suffer a little bit because there's so much more hair growing that you must remove that it's pulling out quite a bit, and you're going to have red bumps. And it's not so much fun when you first start out the first couple times, but after that you kind of get adjusted to it so that you know what to expect, and it feels like nothing now. I don't know. I'm used to the level of irritation, I guess. But yeah. Also, versus waxing. Waxing is much more expensive if you go to a salon, or it's, I suppose, cheaper if you do it at home. But waxing is a lot messier, so doing it on yourself can sometimes be a pain. And it's different though. Epilation won't remove all of the hair. You're going to have, I suppose if you spend hours doing it and are very thorough, it's going to remove everything. But waxing is much more efficient. You take it all at once, and it takes every single hair within that section, instead of just pulling them out individually, which might leave some behind. So if you're comfortable with some hair still being present, epilation is much better. But if you want absolutely completely silky smooth, nothing there, you want to go with waxing or shaving. But yeah, let's see, the product itself that I purchased was an Emjoi Cashmere, and it was $20 on Craigslist, so yeah, it was a very good deal. Usually they run about 40 or 50, and you can go up from there, but it came with a little sack, a little drawstring bag with all of the goodies that come with it. It's very accessorizable. But yeah, this is the product itself. It's just little hand-shaped thing. Very odd looking. But yeah, it has this plastic cap, and here you can see the part of it that yanks your hair out. Yay! And it has two settings. You can see the 0 there, and then you push the center button, slide up, and there's a 1, and then there's also a faster setting, which is the 2 there. And it also came with a razor head, so I can actually use it as a shaver if I don't wish to epilate. So you remove the little plastic part by pressing this button and slide this part on, and you have a shaver. Pretty cool, multi-purpose. I have yet to really get much use out of the shaver though, because I bought it for epilation purposes. It also came with a cute little cleaning brush, because as you can see, some hairs like to stick. So you just swipe it off. The brush looks like this. But yeah, I will demonstrate to you what it sounds like because it's a bit loud. Oh, also, right here you can slide it off and put in batteries, but I have yet to do that, so I plug mine into the wall, which is this big old charger thing. So yes, let me demonstrate the noise. Alright, here's the first setting. And, oh, sorry, the first. And then the second. Cool. So, I think I can demonstrate to you on my arm what I do to epilate. I usually just run it, it says in the directions to go with the direction of the hair, but I found that to be inefficient for me, so I go against the direction of the hair growth. So yeah, there's that. And maybe I'll be able to show you the red bumps that occur. Moisturizer can really help reduce them, make them go away faster, but you know, you're yanking hairs from their follicle, it's going to get a little irritated. So I'll show you, hopefully, if the camera will pick it up, how the red bumps actually look after I get done. Alright, here goes. Alright, while those red bumps form, I will talk to you about ingrown hairs. The first time I tried it, got really bad ingrown hairs on my underarms, which was painful and awful, but I have very, very sensitive underarms. Even shaving gives me like super bad ingrown hairs, and like deodorant, regular deodorant, makes my skin all dry and miserable, and it sucked for a long time, like, you know, puberty up until recently. I've been struggling with gross armpits. So, trying epilation the first time was a massive failure. It was very painful, to say the least, especially on the underarms, and gave me ingrown hairs. I was like super pissed. But the third time, I think, was the charm. I haven't had any ingrown hairs. They look all pretty, and they're not all dry, and they're not irritated. They're happy, and I can use regular deodorant and just a little bit of moisturizer every other day. And, well, I use deodorant every day. Calm down. Calm down. But yeah. So, good things happened with the whole sensitive skin issue. So, yeah, you should give it a shot. The first time it will be more painful than any subsequent time that you try epilating. So you've been warned. It does suck that first time, and maybe the second, just because you're not accustomed to it, and there's very thick hair. And as it grows back, it will grow back maybe a third of your actual hair at a time. So you're taking less, and it's not crazy painful. So I can show you the red bumps. Oh, they're not too bad on camera. But you can still see that they are there. So you might not want to epilate, you know, an hour before you go out in short shorts or whatever. But they go away fairly quickly, like less than 6 or 7 hours. So if you can put up with it, they'll be gone by the time you get back home. So you win some, you lose some, right? Let's see what else. The one thing that I would change about the cashmere is that cleaning it is tricky. It's impossible to clean underneath this roller thing because you can't remove the plastic case around it. So that's kind of a design flaw that I would have changed if I were in charge of production. But other than that, I mean, you can get pretty far in there with the little sweeping brush. You can get in these cracks, and hair doesn't really conglomerate. I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for. Underneath it kind of, and it's easy to kind of tap it out if there is too much, so it's not going to cause any problems. It's just not exactly sanitary. But if it's for singular personal use, it's quite nice. So that is, I think, all that I have to say on the matter. So go out and try it. Why not, you know? And good luck. Take care.